Going home to John.
We finally got the Rivian.
Yay!
It's a Rivian R1T. We got the El Cap Granite color. We got launch edition. We got off-road package. We have some of the accessories coming in the mail. But yeah, we got it.
It came. So we placed our pre-order in May of 2020. So 2 years from when we placed our pre-order to getting the truck. And we are just super excited to have it. In fact, so excited. I was gonna do a really great job of videoing the delivery process, but then it came down the road and I just lost all concentration and just started focusing on the fact that the truck was in our driveway and we were getting it. So, but we do still want to talk to you about that process and tell you a little bit about what that was like. But
yeah, so let's recap.
Yes.
So we got, we ordered May of 2020, and then we got various emails saying that we were going to be in the delivery time frame of May, June. Mm-hmm. That would have been back in September, I believe, of 2021. And then we got an email April 13th, and then we set up the guide call for April 15th. Mm-hmm. And so we had our first guide call on the 15th, and we signed our PBA. It's a preliminary buyer's agreement. That was for the launch screen. And then we exchanged texts with our guide back and forth, just, little things, what we're going to do with it, stuff like that. No real insider information. They seem to not have a whole lot of looking into the vehicle or knowing exactly when you're going to get it. And so then it came to May 3rd, and they contacted us via text message and said, would you be interested in switching to El Cap Granite? And that was our second favorite color. It might be our first. We were just thinking the launch green would be a limited edition type color. Yeah.
Different.
Yeah. So it, honestly, that it couldn't have worked out better because of what Katie said about that. And then, so May 3rd, and then, so we made the switch that day to the El Cap Granite, and then we didn't necessarily hear too much, and then until the Monday after, which would have been, May, I can figure it out.
Oh,
May 9th.
Okay.
Would have been May 9th.
I just use this for everything.
No, use this thing.
No.
May 9th on Monday, and they said our truck was ready for delivery. And so, not sure if this is always how it goes, but we got a text from the service center down in Kansas City, and they said that they were preparing our truck, going through all the inspections, all that stuff, and we're preparing it for delivery. And so then I immediately just asked, when are some available delivery times? And they didn't get back to us till the following day, but then they told us we landed on what would have been May
11th.
Yeah. So
that Thursday. So
yeah.
We got the original, hey, we have a truck for you on Monday. We got the delivery scheduled on Tuesday for that Thursday. So once the ball really started rolling, it was
bam,
boom. It happened so quickly, it was almost hard to believe. We kept going back and forth, is this really going to happen? Are we really getting the truck this week? So, we had a busy weekend planned anyway, but we didn't make any plans as to having the truck. We were just thinking, when it shows up in the driveway, we're going to believe that we have the truck.
From that Monday, when we found out that the truck was going to be scheduled, they opened up an 8-step delivery process where you have to upload your driver's license, your If you want to trade in, you have to submit that, and that takes, for us, I think it took 2 days.
For the trade-in.
Yeah, I believe so. 2 days. And they wanted to verify a couple things with our pickup. That's the other thing. We traded in our F-350.
So we are all electric now.
It's a bit scary. But anyways, and then you had to go through your financing. We applied through them for the financing. And then after that, you had to upload all your documents, which are things like your insurance card, stuff like that. You can use your own insurance or use Rivian's insurance. We used Rivian's insurance because they told us that, like, if we get a total loss on the vehicle, we total it. How the specialist put it, advisor put it, is he's right down the hall from the guys, and he's going to bug them to get us a vehicle ASAP. So I thought that was nice. So even though I didn't even honestly check rates, but maybe I should have. But that was the main reason why I chose that. And then, yeah, he had to upload some financial stuff and, make payment. They do want to be paid for these vehicles. So we made our down payment. And then I don't know if it's a guide or somebody in the back office, but they check all that stuff. And then it says complete. And before that 8-step process, they let us schedule the delivery. I know some people think that they have to get through that 8-step process or through the 7 steps before they can schedule the delivery, because that's down at step 8. You don't have to. So you can try working on getting that delivery time set up right away. That would be my suggestion.
And I think what they said was like it needed to be like 24 hours or something before the delivery. Is that right?
We just needed all of our financial stuff done by that Wednesday at the end of the day. Not financial, everything.
Yeah.
By the end of the day. And I think that was more because they were leaving Kansas City probably at 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning to get here to Lincoln, Nebraska at 12:30. So
yeah,
that's probably why. If it's later in the day or you're going to pick it up, you could probably, wouldn't suggest it, but you could probably do that stuff that same day. So.
It's pretty cool how like your guide, and then we had a gentleman that came. Well, we had 2, but the gentleman that came that delivered the truck. And the only reason we have 2 is because our truck was too big to put on the flatbed truck that they take the Rivians on, so that somebody had to come drive our truck back. But where was I going? Oh, how well they get to know you. Like, they obviously look back in your file and get to know some of the stuff about you, which is nice, So like they're easy to have a conversation with them, so you feel comfortable asking them questions if you have questions and stuff.
They'll sit with you for however. But they say it takes about an hour, but I'm assuming they'd sit with you for a long time. And
he was like, "This is your delivery, so how do you want to?" If we wanted to get in the truck and just take off and go, he was like, "We can go do that." And we chose to, get acquainted with it and just check it out and stuff before we took off. And then he was also straightforward. We do have a trim piece that needs repaired along the window, and like that was one of the first things that he pointed out to us. He just said, "We just want to show this to you. We know it's there. We didn't want to delay you getting a truck over a trim piece. So, once they get the whatever it was they needed to repair that, then they will get back to us, and they'll come up again to Lincoln from Kansas City and repair it." So, that was reassuring too. Like just that right out of the gate, he was like, "Hey, we know, but we didn't want to delay you getting a truck." So, it also says to me that they are trying to get the trucks to people, so that's good news too.
And outside of that, there was, I don't think really anything else. I mean, I will throw a disclaimer in there. We're not these super OCD people that, look at panel gaps and see it like a little bit off. And I'm sure I could find all that stuff. And I mean, I look at the Tesla and it's all over the place. In this one, I can see some of it too, but it doesn't.
In the long run, it looks cool. It drives great. It's a fun car. So who cares if there's a tiny little gap? That's kind of where we're at. So we're not like, the people that are going to the car show with our
diaper
detail wipe and just like wiping it down, or like in the parking lot where we're wiping our car off because it got some dust on it. We are not those people. Yes, we are using it. It's going to get dirty.
Yeah. So
the delivery was, he said it could be what we wanted it to be. And so the things that we did walk through with him, we just went around the vehicle. He showed us all of the, how to access everything, because from the gear tunnel to the they call it a hood. I'm going to forever call it a frunk because of Tesla world. And just accessing all of that kind of stuff around the outside of the vehicle first. And then, they walked us through the steps of like setting up our phone keys,
nice.
adding me, so how to get my phone key, because Steve was the primary person on the account. So like he was already, there and just had to link it up. Walked us through where like the settings and stuff were in the truck. When we, went and drove it for the first time and we took off and we said it was fast, and he was like, you weren't even in sport mode. So he showed us how to do that.
And you can launch it.
What else did he walk through? Was there anything else?
No, there's a lot of personal talk.
Yeah.
We just got to know both of them, and they were super awesome people. So.
As far as the trade-in process went, we just basically sent him all the information. Did you even have to send him pictures of the truck?
No. No, didn't. They just needed account number where we had it financed. I sent them all the payoff stuff. I don't know if they use that, but I just sent them everything to the guide, because he couldn't enter some of that stuff on the portal or whatever you call that. And then, yeah, they came back like, I think it was 2 days. Maybe it was only a day. I can't remember. Sorry.
It
was over a day. I know that.
Yeah, it was overnight at least. Like,
yeah,
in that
but I think it was 2 days.
Yeah,
because I was a bit worried about. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was just 1 day. Sorry, because it was 1 day. So the trade-in was 1 day. I was just worried about getting a wire transfer to him, because the Plaid service that they have, it connects with your bank, and it acted like it was going to work, and then at the end it didn't. Well, come to find out there was just some different credentials on both sides of the paperwork they had versus my paperwork, so that's why it didn't work. My bank told me that. And so then my bank just did a wire transfer of the down payment. So I've heard that Plaid works really smooth. You just can't, mess up the names on each side of your account.
Yeah. And then once they got here, we didn't have to do anything once they arrived. They, while we were walking around the Rivian, and it may be a little bit different process because they did have 2 people, and normally they don't do that. They just load the car back up on the flatbed and take it back with them. But since the F-350 is too long, so the other gentleman just went and, walked around it, made sure everything was what we said it was going to be. We signed a few papers and swapped trucks and officially became all electric, and we will see how that goes, because we have not gone out to tow the camper with it yet. So
yeah, wish us luck.
We know we'll be able to at least take it locally, and we'll just see how the rest of it goes.
Yeah, we have. The reason we got rid of the F-350 right away is because, a couple different reasons, but the main one being, we are a little worried about the CCS charging, not the Tesla superchargers, not having that. So for our regular road trips, we're still going to test all that stuff out. Don't get me wrong, but we're a bit nervous about that. We have range anxiety all over again.
So when we got down to the point with having the Lightning, we wanted to be where we could choose between the Rivian and the Lightning to which one we were going to get rid of, so we could still have one vehicle on the Tesla charger network.
Well, hopefully the CCS, Electrify America, all that stuff, CCS is just different type of plug. It's not on the Tesla network. hopefully that surprises us, and then
well, and hopefully
maybe we feel comfortable getting rid of the Tesla.
And hopefully Elon actually opens it up, which there's been talk of that as of late, of opening it up so that you can charge any electric vehicle on the Tesla.
Hey, we'll get rid of your car if you open it up.
Well, hey Elon, we'll sell our Tesla if you open it up. No, and bottom line, like we love the Model X too. Like we don't want to get rid of that car.
It's just
we're gonna have some
not
right. We're gonna have some real hard choices to make here in a few months when the Lightning arrives.
Yeah.
So maybe drop it in the comments which one you think we should get rid of.
Because
we don't know.
Or SUV in to pick up.
Yeah.
I don't know. The Rivian, unfortunately, for me, ticks multiple boxes. It feels like I love cars, and so I love four-door cars. I'm kind of like a grandpa in that way.
No, really.
Four-door luxury, like.
The car he was driving when I met him, he does like grandpa cars. I'm telling you.
And so I like that, the kind of floaty, boaty feel, the suspension. I love that. And then I love the utility of a truck too. And so I've always been torn between those two things. I hate the ride of a truck. I do not enjoy being so jacked up in the air. You got to like jump out of it. Anyways, I'd rather crawl out of it in my grandpa car.
I love the big trucks.
Anyways, and so that Rivian really is kind of both of those.
It is.
I mean, it's a rocket, and it's four-door. It can still have all the kids in there, and then put their stuff in the gear tunnel in the back and the front, all that stuff. And so I don't know. Didn't think I was gonna like it as much as I like it, but it's only been a couple days.
We just wanted to kind of go through the delivery process, and we'll start introducing you to the truck and start doing some tests. So. What do you want us? Okay, let me put a disclaimer out there. What do you want us to do with it? But remember that we're in Nebraska and there is no place to go like get some good off-roading in. Maybe some sand dunes somewhere is the best we can get.
we gotta figure that out.
Yeah.
So you're driving in my backyard or something. I've hit a couple curbs with it and takes those well.
On purpose. He's doing it on purpose. So if he was running into curbs already, I'd be like, I'm driving that car. So anyway, yay, it's here. Cannot believe it.
Let's go.
Now we gotta go hook up Jesse and Slater.
All right, see you on the next one, guys.
Bye, guys.